Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This is Mo's Kitchen, where everything is so delicious. And I'll be showing you guys how I make my hamburger steaks topped with gravy from scratch. Enjoy. I know y'all have been watching my videos for quite some time, and yes, I don't measure any seasonings. And you gonna see as you keep watching my videos, I ain't gonna be measuring them seasonings. And what I can say is, if you are a newly beginner, I suggest you to do it because you know how you want your food to taste. You don't want it to be either too salty or not enough season in your food. So I suggest you guys to use it. But me personally, I just go with the flow. I've been doing it so long, it's just like I can season with my eyes closed. Literally, I can season with my eyes closed. I kid you not. And my food always tastes like it's generational, like all the way down. Like it tastes just how it's supposed to taste. So that's my backstory. But I'm not gonna talk you guys head off. I'm just gonna let you watch. So continue the video and enjoy. In this next step, as you can see, I'm using toast. Yes, toast. You can use breadcrumbs or you can use toast. Either one will be fine. Trust me, it all will taste the same. And all I'm basically doing right here is just crumbling it up like breadcrumbs and leaving a few bits and pieces of the toast, but not too much, and it won't even affect it at all. Like you could barely taste it once it's even in there. Once it gets like this, then it's basically done. All you're doing right here is just rolling it around in the big old ball, really big. And that's why I really love to use the toast, because it just seems like it just soaks everything up. Now I'm doing right here is just packing them up, rolling around, making sure that it stays and sticks together and nothing is falling apart. Y'all probably like, these are some big patties, but trust me, once it gets cooking down, it won't be as big as it seems. It will be still pretty thick, but it won't be as big as it seems for right now. Now with this step, all I'm doing is putting the meat in the pan, and I have my heat set to like a medium high because my patties are kind of thick, and I only cook my patties medium well. I don't cook them well because it's going to simmer down as it cooks with the gravy and everything like that. So I cook them for about 5 minutes on each side because it's kind of thick. As you can see, I'm flipping it to the side, and it's already kind of brown. The patties are pretty much done. I cooked them medium well so they can be juicy and not dry. So when I get to cooking the gravy and put them in there and everything like that, it won't be a dry patty. As you can see here, I'm placing some sliced onions and bell pepper that I prepped up before the video. And all I'm doing right now is sauteing them and letting them brown for a little bit so it can be nice and soft and just delicious once it gets down to grate. Cause I mean, like, why not? You already had anyway, so go ahead and like and subscribe, cause your girl got some more heat coming. And I know you don't want to miss out on these bomb recipes, and I mean, it's the easiest recipes you can ever use. It doesn't take much, and if you even don't know how to cook, I can teach you. Just stay tuned. So go ahead and like and subscribe. I don't know why you didn't do it already. See how these things looking? That's how you want them to look, just like this. Oh my god, the smell is amazing. And me personally, I can just fry these up all day because I love the smell. Oh my gosh. Now this next thing is the bomb.com. It's better than bouillon roasted beef base, and when I tell you you're looking for that savory taste, this is it. This is the go-to. Use just a little bit of this, and you can see I'm using just a little bit of it. When I tell you, the smell is amazing. Oh my gosh. All you need is a little bit. Just stir it in there wherever you cooking your beef. It's going to taste amazing. Game changer. I forgot to tell you guys that the leftover grease from the patties is what I was frying the onions in. Now this next thing I'm doing is getting a little bit more oil, and I'm using olive oil. You can use a vegetable oil, you can use any kind of oil that you desire. I did measure this, and it was 3 tablespoons of flour, which I really don't measure, but I'm just told me to measure it today. I don't know why. I'm just going with the flow, and all I'm doing right now is stirring it around so there won't be any clumps or anything like that. And as you can see, I use little by little. I don't pour everything in there at one time because I don't like a lot of clumps, and I like it to be real smooth. My gravy to be so smooth. That's how I like it. And all I'm doing is just adding a little bit more so it can thicken up, and just stirring it around a little bit more. And as you can see, it's getting a little clumpy, but that is okay. That's how it's supposed to look, because the next thing you're gonna do is add some water. Now, I don't know how much water I was adding in here. I just was going with the flow. That's just me. But if you want to measure your water, I prefer you to get a measuring cup, or you just use a regular cup if you like. It's the same thing. You just don't want your gravy to be too watery or too thick. But I like thick gravy, but not too thick. And all I'm doing right here is making my gravy extremely smooth, and it takes a lot of time. It's not hard at all, you guys, but it does take a lot of stirring to do to make it extremely smooth. Now I'm just adding a little bit more water to thin it out just a little bit more. And I added a little bit because I don't want to add too much and it just don't come out how I want it to come out. So as I continue stirring it up and making sure it's smooth as possible and not as lumpy as it seems right now, that's the reason why you have to stir constantly. So as I smooth it out with a spoon, I'm gonna let it simmer for a bit. And as I let it simmer for about 1 to 2 minutes, I use a whisk to keep the smoothness in the gravy. And you're going to eventually want to use the whisk. Trust me. You have to constantly stir because you don't want to gain any clumps as smooth as it is right now. And right now I'm adding a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to just make it brown to my liking. What I'm doing right here, just adding a little bit more Worcestershire sauce to make it a little bit more brown. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper, then just a little bit of nature seasoning as well. And after that, I'm just going to stir it all in there. Make sure it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to add just a little bit more water to smoothen out just a little bit more. And I always add little by little so I won't make it too watery, anything like that. Now I'm just going to add some finishing touches, and it's some Mrs.Dash seasoning, salt-free. And I'm going to add some Tony's Creole seasoning original. And some seasoning oil, seasoning salt as well. And after that, I'm just going to whisk it all up in there and make sure it's nice and seasoned. And a little bit more water to smoothen it out just a little bit more. So now I'm just going to place the patties in there. I'm just going to want to layer the gravy over the patties and just stir them around in there and make sure everything is fully covered. The rest of the sauteed onions and bell pepper that I did earlier on top of the patties. So now I'm just stirring it around, making sure that everything is all mixed up. Now I'm just going to plate it, and when I tell you I am ready to taste this, oh my god, this is like one of my favorite meals. I always loved to make as a kid, or when my mom simply did not feel like cooking, I will go whip this up in a second. And trust me, it didn't always look like this, but now it looks delicious. Yes, as you can see, I got the best of the best. Now I thank you guys for watching and enjoying the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram.